Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Jade Woodard, and I'm the Executive Director of Illuminate Colorado. Illuminate strengthens families, organizations, and communities to prevent child maltreatment. Every year, we honor contributions of exceptional individuals and organizations who furthered our collective mission to strengthen families. Joining me today is Lisa Thomas, recipient of the Courageous Leadership Award. The Courageous Leadership Award recognizes a person in elected office or a public employee for distinguished service focused on the prevention of child maltreatment. Lisa, I am so thankful to be chatting with you today. I swear, almost every project we work on, we work with you in some
showing
way.
Up.
That's right. So can you just tell us a little bit about yourself and the work that you do?
Sure. So I'm showing up in a lot of spaces. I live in southeastern Colorado, and that's a highway right outside my window here. I show up in a lot of spaces as the collaborative management coordinator down here in southeastern Colorado. And I serve several counties. I serve the counties of Cheyenne, Kiowa, Prowers, and Baca. And I work with a lot of amazing people, and they are involved in a lot of projects around the state. And through the partners that I have in collaborative management, I also show up in a lot of different spaces and things that are happening, and very, very pleased as we've gone through this pandemic to find that that has expanded. So
wonderful. So can you tell us what has inspired you to get involved in this work?
Honestly, when I first came to collaborative management, it was the partners. It was the people that were already doing the work that inspired me. And they've heard me say this before. It's like I said to myself, I want to go hang out with the cool kids. They're great leaders in our communities throughout all of those counties. We've got great judicial leaders, probation leaders, DHS leaders, public health. I mean, it goes on. And it was a great group of individuals. And I wanted to be part of the work that they were doing to serve the families and youth of our communities down here.
So we get to work with you around child sexual abuse prevention, around protective factors and circle of parents. What are you most proud of in the work that you're doing right now?
I would say, so how some of those pieces all came together in our work down here. Prowers County was selected to be one of the first counties in Colorado to participate in the Child Maltreatment Prevention Action Plan. And as we did that work and brought community members and agencies together and really explored what was here for our families, that's where we heard some of those other parts and pieces, like what else could we be doing? And Circle of Parents was born out of that work. We knew we wanted a way to support parents, and we looked at several different things and tried different things, and worked with our school partners and other area mental health partners to plan parent learning nights. And then we found Circle of Parents. And it was one of those things that really had a lot of flexibility and could serve a lot of different parents in different ways in different places. And so we started implementing Circle of Parents in the beginning of 2020. Actually, it was just, we had an open house kind of November, December of 2019, and then kicked it off in 2020. And just as we were rolling, we got hit by the pandemic. But I tell you what, the facilitators and people that have come on board and want Circle to succeed and have supported Circle of Parents, we're not willing to give up. Even if we have one parent, one family show up, it doesn't matter. We've pressed through. We now have 3 groups that we're getting going with. We have a grandparents group and parents of young children and a parents of teenagers group. And we're expanding hopefully soon. We've got our Nurturing Fathers facilitators that want to find a way to continue their work with dads here locally and would like to start a circle for dads. And we have some individuals that want to begin a circle for parents that have children. We haven't decided what to call it yet. Maybe Illuminate can help us, because it's those children that are in secondary placement. So whether they're foster kids or living with family members, families that aren't living in their family of birth. And so we have some very dedicated individuals that want to get that group going because they've got families they're working with. And then, of course, our Circle of Parents in Recovery. That will be any day now. So lots of flexibility, lots of ways to serve our communities. And I say that because thinking of all of Southeastern Colorado, we hope to expand those circles into the other counties that I'm serving.
Speaking of other counties, Kiowa was the first county to reach the tipping point on our child sexual abuse prevention curricula. Talk to us about how you guys did that.
So that was our dream come true. Again, working in collaboration with other team members, we have our own team down here when it comes to stewards of children. We have three other facilitators. We also facilitate in Spanish, and it's kind of, we feel a little bit kind of tricky because we know that Kiowa is a small county, but we thought, you know what, if we can do anything, we could certainly tip Kiowa County. So we held several trainings. We've held several trainings since 2018, I believe, is when we started facilitating stewards of children. So that's been a real passion of our facilitators down here, that we are doing that work, that we're connecting with our partners. And, things like anything get a little bit crazy, but we are all, and I say that we all are together as a team on that work. With stewards of children serving our Southeastern Colorado counties.
That's amazing. So what's on the horizon? What are you looking forward to?
I feel like it's kind of one of those, I hear the language of perfect storm being talked about in several meetings, with changes happening with Family First, changes that are happening judicially and with our kids in the Division of Youth Services. And other changes. We know we've got so many things happening around mental health in our state, and a lot of, oh my gosh, look at what's happening in early childhood education. Like, how exciting is this that we have a new division at our state level? So there's a lot happening. And it feels to me, what inspires me is the meetings that I do attend that are statewide meetings. And there's a lot of coming together. There's a lot of collaboration happening throughout the state of Colorado, and it's very inspiring. And there's a lot of innovation. And I feel like the people in the right places are listening, because I really see Colorado is on that forefront as well, in our leadership of utilizing the protective factors framework for action. That is so important. And there are other states around the nation. Michigan is one of them. I'm from Michigan. And as I was looking back at my home state for something else, I'm like, oh, look at them doing all this protective factors stuff. So they're very innovative, but we're still ahead of the game. And it sets such a great framework for any of the work that you're doing with families. And that's really important, because it carries through any organization. It carries through human services, through education, through mental health, any of our partners and the work that we're doing. If we set that work inside the protective factors, it's great.
We have seen you as just such a true champion, such a leader. Every time that we have an idea, we're like, let's talk to Lisa. And you have just always been willing and able to rally together your community and make real change. We're just so thankful to have the chance to work with you.
Well, I'm excited to work with Illuminate always, because there's such good work happening with your organization and the work that you do for children and families around the state. And I will say that I heard Ryan say it earlier, and I have the same sentiment. None of us do this work alone. I certainly never work alone. All the work that I do is in collaboration with other individuals and other organizations. So, I have to tell you, I felt really hesitant when I received the notification, and I thought, but I'm not. I'm not the leader, but I'm definitely a part of great leadership, and hopefully with the work that we are doing well down here in Southeastern Colorado, we can lead the way for other people, other counties as well.
Amazing. Absolutely. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you.